Hello, my name is Carey Hory, and today I'm going to be talking to you about my Action Research Interim Report. In the realm of instruction, classroom discussion and teacher questioning play a vital role in fostering critical thinking, knowledge retention, and academic growth among students. This action research investigates how these instructional methods influence high school students' performance in U.S. history assessments, aiming to understand their impact specifically on common summative assessments. The research addresses the problem of practice by determining the influence of rigorous classroom discussions and teacher questioning on assessment scores. By focusing on this relationship, the study seeks to provide evidence-based insight to enhance teaching practices and improve student learning experiences in U.S. history. Over the past 5 years, our U.S. history end-of-course milestone scores have risen from 34 to 44% of students scoring proficient and above, marking a 10 percentage point increase. However, despite this yearly improvement, our scores still lag behind the state average for the all students category. This data prompted the development of my research question aiming to investigate evidence-based instructional strategies such as rigorous classroom discussions and teacher questioning to address this performance gap. These quotes collectively emphasize the importance of active student engagement, meaningful classroom discussion, and effective teacher questioning strategies in promoting learning and comprehension. Gregory and other authors highlight the importance of students' active engagement in constructing meaning and retaining new concepts in their long-term memory. This highlights the value of opportunities for students to interact with ideas and concepts which facilitate deeper understanding and retention. Drawing from visible learning of social studies, the importance of effective questioning by both teachers and students for fostering quality conversation in the classroom emphasizes the pivotal role of questioning in promoting critical thinking, which is a vital role in enhancing the 21st century skills. Additionally, Hattie and other authors state that classroom discussion is particularly beneficial for our at-risk students. By engaging in discussion and listening to peers, these students can gain context and understanding, potentially overcoming challenges associated with text decoding. The hypothesis for this study states that students will improve their post-test scores compared to their pre-test scores, alongside a higher number of students achieving proficient and distinguished performance levels on their U.S. history end-of-course tests compared to the previous year. The proposal identifies 3 independent variables: rigor, classroom questioning, and classroom discussions that can be manipulated to influence the study's outcome. These independent variables impact the dependent variable, which is the result of the common summative assessment data. This study examines 4 key definitions: rigor, questioning, discussions, and common summative assessments. Rigor entails students applying both old and new knowledge to challenge topics. Classroom discussions, facilitated by the teacher, are integral for promoting rigor. These discussions involve students engaging with peers, guided by focusing and funneling questions. Common summative assessments measure proficiency growth, comparing pre-assessment data from January to post-assessment data in May. The intervention focuses on structured classroom discussion and questioning in the high school U.S. history class. Initially, the teacher models effective techniques using primary resources, document-based questions, gradually reducing support as the semester progresses. This transition empowers students to engage in independent and meaningful peer dialogue. Prior to the implementation, teachers underwent professional development on rigorous discussions and questioning techniques. They collaborated to create primary resource document-based questions and pre- and post-tests for essential standards, which fostered a structured approach to discussion and questioning. The study involves administering pre- and post-tests to on-level students in January and May, respectively, using the Illuminate platform for comparison. Quantitative analysis includes examining mean, median, mode, range, standard deviation, and utilizing the T-table for statistical significance testing. Qualitative data will be gathered from classroom observations focused on student responses during discussions from February to April. The research approach has undergone some changes, particularly in the collection of the analysis of both quantitative and qualitative data. The revised approach consolidates assessment data into pre- and post-test scores for quantitative analysis, simplifying data collection. Qualitative methods now emphasize student engagement during discussions, providing a deeper insight into the effectiveness of the instructional strategies. Overall, these changes reflect a refinement of research methods aimed at streamlining data collection and analysis process while enhancing the depth of understanding into the impact of the instructional strategies on the students' learning in the U.S. history course. If we look at the mean, median, and mode across the students, we find that they are all similar, indicating a roughly symmetric distribution. This indicates that the pretest effectively captured the diversity of students' abilities without significant bias or outliers skewing the results. This allows the teachers to target instructional strategies and interventions to address common areas of weakness or to provide additional challenges to students who are excelling. The range shows the difference between the highest and lowest score. The range for the all students category is 57%, while for ESOL it's 26% and ESE it's 14%. This suggests differences in understanding, background knowledge, or mastery of the standards and require the teachers to focus on varying levels of readiness and understanding. The distribution of student responses in the classroom discussions indicate differing levels of student engagement and understanding. When there are more detailed and higher-order thinking responses, it suggests that the students are more engaged with the material and have a deeper comprehension of the content. Furthermore, it indicates that whether instructional methods are successful in promoting the deeper understanding and critical thinking between students and where their instructional strategies need improvement. Overall, the implications of this chart emphasizes the importance of promoting student engagement, critical thinking, and the depth of understanding in the learning process, as well as the need for ongoing assessment and instructional adjustments to support all students' academic and achievement. One of the challenges that I had in my study was not every on-level student took the pretest. This was due to high absenteeism, especially during the beginning of the semester. When it came to continuous absenteeism, we had a one-on-one conference with the students to discuss why they were absent so much and the importance of coming to class. In addition, we had parent contacts and got the counselors involved when needed. Another challenge was for the students to participate in rigorous classroom discussions. When it came to classroom participation, we modeled and explained the expectations of a good student discussion. When no one would answer, we would start to call on random individuals to start the conversation and then had other students add on to what they were saying. Reflecting on the instructional practices and research process for fostering the rigorous classroom discussions and effective questioning, there are several key insights that emerged. First, the collaborative team needs to select challenging primary sources and multimedia materials to provoke thoughtful discussion and offer diverse perspectives. Next, teachers must establish a supportive classroom culture with norms for discussions to ensure that all students feel comfortable in participating. The third insight is on utilizing the Illuminate platform for collaborative data and analysis, which allows for identifying strengths and weaknesses, informing instruction decisions, and then providing targeted support for all students. The last insight that emerged was observing positive growth in the student responses, indicating increased critical thinking and deeper learning. As the semester progresses, I'll track student engagement and comprehension in my U.S. history course, collecting weekly response data until the end of April. As we approach May, the administration of the post-test will be administered prior to the EOC test. This assessment will serve as the culmination of our instructional efforts, providing a tangible measure of student learning outcome following the implementation of our carefully crafted strategies. Additionally, U.S. history and, of course, milestone scores for the 24 school year will be collected, providing a broader context for evaluating the effectiveness of our instructional strategies. With the culmination of data analysis, I'll update my research proposal based on the findings from the data analysis and continue to collect evidence and research for the literature review. This process ensures that the research remains current and relevant, incorporating new insights and evidence to support the study's objectives. This study aims to assess the impact of rigorous classroom discussion and teacher questioning on common summative assessment scores, particularly focusing on promoting deeper learning and critical thinking. The hypothesis predicts increased post-test scores compared to pre-test scores, along with a higher proficiency level on the U.S. history and, of course, test. Through a blend of quantitative and qualitative analysis, the research seeks to provide comprehensive insights into student performance and engagement. The significance lies in both statistical and practical perspectives. Statistically, it offers evidence of the correlation between instructional practices and assessment outcomes, while practically it guides educators towards effective strategies grounded in research and data, ultimately enhancing student learning experiences. Thank you so much for your time.